Hello students, welcome to the lecture on the logical instructions. Myself S.A. Pore and I am going to cover some part of the microcontroller subject. So in this lecture we are going to study actually the logical instructions and I hope that you are already familiar with the previous part of the microcontroller 8051 like the introduction to the 8051 microcontroller, its working, block diagram, different parts of microcontroller 8051 microcontroller. You are already familiar with it, and you have also studied instruction set of 8051 microcontroller like arithmetic instructions, data transfer instructions you have studied. So we are going to see the next part, logical instructions. Let us start with this lecture. Objectives. The objectives of this lecture are, at the end of this lecture, you will be able to explain working of 8051 microcontroller, logical instructions, and you should be able to explain the various applications of 8051 microcontroller. So, let us start with the list of the logical instructions. So there are total 4 different types of the instructions are available there. 2, 3 and 4 are separate instructions, and first part is a group of instructions. So here in the first part you can see that it is used for pure logic operations. You are already familiar with these logic operations. You have seen these logic operations in digital electronics. In that digital electronics you have already learned what is AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation and NOT operation. Only thing is, in this case we are going to work on these operations for 8-bit data. So remember students, instead of having single bit AND and OR operation, what you are having here in microcontroller, you are working on 8-bit data. So one AND operation will be performed on two 8-bit numbers. One 8-bit number is ANDed with another 8-bit number. Remember, this is bitwise operation only, means bit by bit the result will be calculated and the output will be written. But it is combinedly worked on 8-bit data because your 8051 microcontroller is 8-bit. Okay, so we will see how these instructions are executed, AND, OR, XOR and NOT. Then the next one is clear. Clear means clear all the bits of the accumulator. So it will make all the bits of the accumulator 0. That is the second operation. Third is rotate. Change the bit positions. For that, rotate instructions are given there. And the fourth one is swap. Swap means exchange of the bits. So bit positions are changed. Again, it is similar to the rotate, but in a different way you are changing the positions of the bit. So this is the list of the instruction, logical instructions, and we will study these instructions one by one. Okay. So before going to the operation study of these logical instructions, just remember one thing. You are familiar with the flags in PSW? You know the program status word of the 8051 microcontroller? So those flags are not affected by the logical instructions. This is very important. It is not affected by logical instructions. So whenever any logical instruction, do you remember the flags of the PSW? Carry flag, overflow flag, parity flag. These flags are not affected by the logical instructions. Okay. So with this we will go to the actual instruction. Okay. So what are the basic logical operations? I have just revised it here. In the red color, actually I have shown the syntax, or what you call it, opcode. Opcode of the instruction is given here, and what is the actual operation performed here, that is written exactly in front of it. For example, the first opcode is ANL, and logical. The meaning of this instruction is to perform AND operation. So when you perform AND operation, it will take two 8-bit numbers. This is the first 8-bit number and this is the second 8-bit number. So when you perform the AND operation on these two numbers, it will perform single bit by bit AND operation and this result is produced. Second operation is OR operation. The opcode used or the mnemonic used for the OR operation is ORL. So this will perform logical OR operation. When this operation is performed, you can see this is the first number taken here, this is the second number taken here, and this is the actual operation result is produced here. Okay, so it is working together on 8 bits. Simultaneously, it is working on 8 bits for the logical operation. Third operation is, or third opcode is XRL. XRL is nothing but exclusive OR operation, XOR operation. Same way, it works on the 8-bit data and it produces result according to exclusive OR operation. Then the fourth operation in the bitwise logical operation is CPL. CPL means complement. Complement means not operation. It is nothing but your not operation. If the bit is 1, it will make 0. If the bit is 0, it will make 1. Okay, so here you can see that it is working on single data. But remember, for all these operations, you have to take, you know that one operand there or one part of the data will be always your accumulator. Accumulator will hold one number definitely here. For example, in the complement, the data is always present in accumulator. No other register is allowed. Okay, so it is performing 4 logical operations: AND, OR, XOR and complement. But all the operations are performed related to the accumulator. So accumulator is implicitly present in the instruction. So we will start with the first operation, AND operation. Okay, so in the AND operation, the syntax of the instruction is ANL A comma RN. Remember, here different addressing modes you can apply there. That is immediate, direct, any other you can apply. But this A is fixed. This A is compulsory there. And the other one you can modify here. I have used here simple one, register. You can use any register. RN means you can have any register from R0 to R7. Now what this instruction does? This instruction performs logical AND operation on the contents of register A and register RN. So that may be your R0, that may be your R1 or that may be R7. Any register from your register bank and store the result in the accumulator. So when you execute this instruction, the result will be always stored in accumulator and one data will be always present in accumulator. So this is the example ANL A comma R0. Let us say that A is holding the number AA and R0 is holding the number 0F. So how the instruction is executed? A is holding the number AA. So if I convert this A into the binary pattern, I am getting it A means 1010. So double A means 10, 10, 10 and 10. Am I right? So this is the 8-bit number converted here. ANDing it with the number present in R0 is 0F. So what is the binary pattern for 0F? It is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. So now it will perform bit by bit AND operation. Say for example 0 ANDed with 1, the result will be 0. Okay. 1 ANDed with 1, the result will be 1. 0 ANDed with 1, the result will be 0. 1 ANDed with 1, 1. 0 ANDed with 0, 0. 1 ANDed with 0 is 0. 0 ANDed with 0 is 0. 1 ANDed with 0 is 0. So what result you are getting? 4 zeros and 1 0 1 0. So the number is 0A. So what you are getting? You are performing AND operation on AA with 0F and you are getting the result as 0A. Students, observe the result and can you tell me what has happened in this instruction? What happened in AND operation? If you compare the source, this is AA number was there, this 0F number was there and the output is 0A. So what is the relation between AA and 0A? First A is vanished and second A is present there. Am I right? So what happened here? I have kept first 4 bits 0 and second 4 bits I have kept 1. So the thing which I have kept there 0, that number is vanished here and that is made 0. It means masking operation is done here. So remember, for masking a particular number, you are using AND operation. Okay, so remember this is actually used, what is the application of AND operation? AND operation is used to mask the number. If you want to mask a particular number, then you are using the AND operation there. Okay, I hope you have understood AND operation and its application. How the AND operation is performed, that we have seen, and how the masking is done using the AND operation. Okay, so let us go to the second instruction. The second instruction is OR operation. So the syntax of the OR operation is given here. It is ORL A comma RN. What it does, it is actually performing logical OR operation on the contents of register A and register Rn, and the result is stored in accumulator. Syntax is here, the example is given ORL A comma R0. Remember here, not necessary that you should put there only R0. You can use any register from R0 to R7, as well as you can use memory location also. Okay, you can give the memory address there, or you can give the memory pointer there. From that memory also you can take the data and you can OR it with the contents of the accumulator and you can store it. Same way here the numbers are AA and 0F. I have continued with this previous example only. Just we will perform, instead of performing AND operation, here we are going to perform the OR operation here. So how the operation is performed? A is containing the number AA. A means binary format is 1010 1010. Then we are ORing it with the contents of R0, that is nothing but 00001111, which is binary equivalent of 0F. This is converted here. Okay. Now what is the result? Start one by one performing the OR operation. 0 ANDed with 1. So wherever 1 is present, your bits which are present in the accumulator will be same present in the result. Am I right? So sorry, if I OR it, all the bits will be converted into 1. And wherever 0 is present there, the bits are preserved as it is. If 0 is present, it will be 0. If 1 is present, it will be 1. So wherever 1111 I am getting here, I will get the result as 1111 only. Means I am masking this bar. And wherever I have put the bits as 0, I am keeping the number as it is. So the result is 0, 1, 1, 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1. So if you observe the numbers, this is the result you are getting. Compare it with the source. What I have done, I have kept first 4 bits 0 and the last 4 bits 1. So if I want to clear a particular bit, okay, so if I want to set a particular bit, I have to use OR operation to set a bit or number of bits, not a single bit. You can store number of bits also there using OR operation. In case of AND operation, you are actually clearing the bits. So masking is one application of the AND operation. Clearing the bit is another application of AND operation. In case of OR operation, you are actually setting the bit. Okay, so for that you can use OR operation. And what is the syntax? ORL. Don't forget, you don't write the instruction like OR. Write the instruction as ORL. Okay, and one data must be compulsorily present in A, that is accumulator, and the contents of the accumulator are odd with the contents of another data, that may be your register or that may be the memory location. Okay, so I hope you have understood OR operation. We will go to the next instruction, XOR, exclusive OR operation. So this is exclusive OR operation. The syntax is XRL A comma N. So this is exclusive OR operation between the two data. The description of the instruction is given here. It's a logical exclusive OR operation. It will perform that operation on contents of register A and register Rn, and it will store the result in accumulator. So the example is XRL A comma R0. The contents of A are AA and the contents of 0F is R0 is 0F. Now the result is interesting here. You observe the result. What happens in exclusive OR operation? A contains AA as usual. The bit pattern is 10 10 10 10. XRL with register R0, that is 0F. So the contents of the R0 are 4 times 0, 4 times 1. Okay. Now what is the result? So what is the exclusive OR operation? How you will define the exclusive OR operation? I can tell you in one line. If the uneven bits are there, means 1-0 combination is there, the output will be 1. If same bits are there, the output will be 0. Means 0 0 0 1 1 0. If it is 1 0 or 0 1, the output will be 1 1. Okay. So here 0 1, the output is 1. 1 1, the output will be 0. Am I right? Okay. Next is 0 1, the output will be again 1. 1 1, the output will be 0. 0 1 0 1. So if you read the number now, it will be 1010 and it is 0101. You check this number with the original number. The original number was 1010 1010. So if I XOR it with 0, I am keeping the number as it is. And if I XOR it with all ones, what happened to the number? 1010 has become 0101, or it has complemented it. So for complement operation, you can use exclusive OR. If you want to complement a particular bit, a single bit or number of any number of bits in the number, you can use exclusive OR operation. So the result of the operation is A5 and this result is stored in accumulator. So AA is converted to the A5. Okay. So first A is kept as it is. Second A is converted to 5. It means it is complemented. It is complemented in the exclusive OR operation. It is used for actually complementing the contents of the register. So for complement operation, so this is selective complement, you can say. Selective means Particular bits you can complement it. Remaining bits are kept as it is. Okay. The next operation is complement. Complement is not operation. In case of XOR operation, you are working on typical bits. In case of complement, you are complementing each and every bit of register A. Okay. Sorry, the syntax should not be like this. Discard this number. It should not be present there. Complement is working only on CPL A. Okay. So just ignore this. Ignore this mistake. CPL A. When you give CPL A instruction, what will happen? It will complement the contents of accumulator. Remember, this instruction also works only on the accumulator. No other data is allowed in complement operation. This is the limitation. Okay. So what it does, it will convert every bit of the accumulator into its complement form. A is having 1010, 1010, and when you complement it, the result is from the left hand side it will be converting it. So the actual result is 01010101, that is 55. Complement of A is 55 you are getting there. Okay, so this is the complement operation. Next, clear A. The name itself gives you the working of the instruction. The syntax of the instruction is same as CPL, clear A. No other operand is required there, or it is given there. Single, it will work only on accumulator. Okay, it clears the contents of the accumulator, that is, it will make all the bits of accumulator 0. So before execution, say for example, accumulator is holding the number 24 and you are executing it. After execution, the result is all the bits of the accumulator will become 0. So this is the working of clear A instruction. Next, okay. This completes major part of the instructions. Now there is another group of the instructions. This is called as a rotate instruction. So we will see some rotate operations there. Rotate is actually shift the value in accumulator to any one direction. Okay, say for example, you are having a bit pattern called as 10101010. Now what you will do, you will convert it. This is like 10101010. So if I shift it on the left hand side, okay, so on the left hand side, if I shift it by one bit, what will happen? I have to discard this one bit. Okay, this one bit I have to discard and I have to append 10. Okay, so my number will become 01010100. This is actually the left shift operation. Okay. So this is the first instruction in the rotate. There are 4 options available there. RL, RR, rotate left, rotate right. Then rotate left with carry, rotate left, rotate right with carry. So this rotate operation is this one will come here. Sorry, this one will come here. So the number will become 01010101. Okay. So this is useful in many operations related to the ports. We will see that afterwards. What are the applications? But this is also very useful instruction in case of the 8051 controller. Just remember the operation there, because afterwards when we are going to implement the program, you should have the list of these instructions with you, so that you can use it as per application there. Okay. So the operation performed is, the data will be transferred. LSB is least significant bit, MSB is most significant bit. So from least significant bit, the data will be transferred, shifted actually, bit by bit towards left direction from LSB to MSB, and the MSB is coming back to the LSB. This is called as rotate operation. So in one operation, it will rotate by only one bit. So one bit it will advance there, the one which we have seen here. For example, before execution, the content of the accumulator are 24. So it is 00100100. Okay. So what will happen? This bit should come here. Okay. When you perform the rotate operation, this bit should come here. The number should become like this: 01001000. Okay. So after execution, the number will be seen like this: 01001000. This was previously MSB, now it has become LSB. So it has done the rotate operation there. Okay? So this is simply rotating the bit positions. You are changing the bit positions in accumulator. Now this is in one direction, called as left direction. Okay. Remember, here carry flag is also modified, particularly in this instruction only. Okay. Then the next one, rotate operation, right direction. R, sorry, it is R. It should be RR. It should not be RC. It should be RR. Rotate right. Okay. The same operation is there, bit by bit the bits are shifted there, but the direction is opposite now. From MSB to LSB, the bits will be shifted here. So before execution, again the number was 24. Now students take the paper and perform this operation on the paper. So what you have to do, you have to just move this bit from this position to this position, and you have to make the new number. So it will become now 00010010. So this is the output of the program: 00010010. So that is 12. So 24 will become 12. Okay, students, just observe the this is the previous one. Yeah, this is the previous one. When I shifted in the left direction, what happened? 24 has become 48. So what is the relation between 24 and 48? 48 is double of 24. That is 24 multiplied by 2. So isn't it a great thing that you don't have to perform the multiplication, but you have to just shift the position and you are actually multiplying the number by 2. So rotate left is actually, it is multiplied by 2 operation. Like decimal point, here you are shifting the binary point. 24 will become 48. So isn't it very easy to perform the multiplication by 2 using the left operation, rotate left operation? If I shift it once again it will multiply it by 2. So it will perform the multiplication there. 48 will become 96. So for multiplication by 2, I can perform the rotate left operation. Okay. Then the next one, rotate right. Here what happened? 24 has become 12. So what is the conclusion here? Rotate right operation is actually division operation. Your number is divided by 2. So this operation is equivalent to divide by 2. Okay, division operation is performed here using the rotate right operation. Okay. Now there is another variation available in 8051. That is, you can include carry. The previous operation was 8-bit shifting operation. This is 9-bit shift operation. You can see that one additional part is available there, that is the carry. So when the carry is available, the number will be shifted through. In the previous case, what happened? In the rotate left, MSB will come here. Okay. Whereas in this case, you are not shifting MSB, but you are shifting carry in LSB. And where the MSB will go? MSB will go into the carry. Remember, this is very useful. That is used in many applications. Okay, we will see that afterwards. Okay, so RRLA, how the instruction will be executed? Same thing. Before execution, the contents of the accumulator are again 24. Now rotate it on the left hand side. Okay, but remember here carry is also considered. So here the 0 will not come here. 0 will go to the carry flag. Okay, and the contents of the carry flag are transferred here. So the number will become 01001001. Okay, let us see what is the output there. Yeah, so the number has become 01001001. Okay, so this is RRL, rotate right, rotate left through carry. The next one is RLC. Sorry, it should be RRC, RLC and RRC. So RRC is rotate right through carry. It shifts the value in accumulator to the right through the carry. Only the direction is changed here. So the number is shifted in the reverse direction. You can see here. This is the input 0010 and 0100. So the output is 00010010. Okay, and carry flag is also modified. So this is actually 9-bit shift operation. The previous one was 8-bit shift operation, and this one is 9-bit shift operation. So we have seen 4 rotate instructions: RR, RL, RLC and RRC. Okay, so this is about the rotate operation. Then we will go to the last instruction in this lecture, swap. Swap is actually used to exchange the numbers. Now which numbers are exchanged? The answer is given here. Upper nibble of the accumulator and lower nibble of the accumulator. What do you mean by nibble? Nibble means it's a group of 4 bits. So your accumulator is actually 8-bit number. Okay. 8-bit number, it means it can be divided into 2 4-bit numbers. Am I right? The total 8-bit number is divided into 2 4-bit numbers. So one will be upper nibble and second will be lower nibble. Like for example, if you consider the number as 1 2. So one number is 0001 and 2 is 0010. So upper nibble is 1, lower nibble is 2. So if you want to change 12 into reverse is 21. Okay, sorry, this is 21. So 12 to 21 is you are swapping the contents of the accumulator. So for that, swap instruction is used. So this is the execution of the instruction. 24, it will be converted into 42. Exchange of the nibbles is done there. Okay, so students, we have seen these various instructions related to the logical instructions of 8051. We will revise once again all the instructions. I will list out all the instructions and we will stop in this lecture. We have seen 4 logical operations: ANL and ORL or XRL, XOR, CPL, complement, CLR, clear, rotate. 4 rotate operations are there. RR rotate right, RL rotate left, RRC rotate right through carry, RLC rotate left through carry. And the final instruction we have seen is swap instruction, okay, which will swap the upper nibble and lower nibble of the accumulator. Okay, remember all these instructions are exclusively working with accumulator only. Okay, with this we will stop here. Thank you students. Thank you one and all.